Welcome back to another exciting NestJS tutorial where we will be building our first module. So in the previous class, as you already know that we have one module in the app which is called as root module, and along with the root module we are also a couple of other files like controller and service. So now in this tutorial what we are going to do, that since we know that our custom application can have large number of modules based on our own need, so we are going to create the first module. And to do that, just open up the another terminal so that I don't want to actually break the running application. So let me open another instance of the terminal. So in the terminal, I do have the command nest because we have already installed the NestJS CLI that allows us actually to use this nest keyword to launch the different commands. So after nest, I'll say G for generate, and whatever I want to generate, I'll write the name of it. Like if I want to create the controller, I will write controller in here. If I want to write or create the service, I'll write service in here. But I want to generate the module, so I'll write it module and then the name of the module. You can give any module based on the functionality that you need. So I'll give it like name of the module as restaurant. So once I hit enter, it will create one file which is like it has created a restaurant folder, and inside that restaurant folder I do have that restaurant.module.ts. And another important update is that it has updated the existing module which was the root module app.module.ts. Basically, whatever module that we create for our own need, that module must be imported and used inside the app module, so that the app module or the NestJS application knows that how to use this particular module that we have created. So if I come back, I do have this folder restaurant, and if I open that, I can see the module file restaurant.module. And whenever we create any module, it is always annotated this with this module annotation, and there is nothing inside the class as of now. We'll create whatever we need a little later. And if we talk about the app.module, it has imported that module that we have created, and it has actually used that module inside the import. So whenever we create any other module, we will place a comma and we'll keep on importing and introducing or writing those modules in here. So this is what we create or generate the module inside the NestJS application. So now once the module is created, we know that we need the controller file as well as the service file along with it as well. So let's go ahead and create the service file first, or you can say a controller file first. So once again, I'll write nest, then G for generate, and then I'll write controller and name of the controller. So in that case, I'll be using the same name. It will follow the same procedure to create the files that are required. So it has created the restaurant.controller.ts inside the same folder. It has also created the test file as well, which as of now we don't need, we may delete it. And it has also updated the module of the restaurant. So now make sure, let me delete this testing file as we are not going to work with the tests now. So it has created a controller file. Controller file is nothing. Once again, it is again a class annotated with the controller annotation. And inside this restaurant, we can skip it or remove it, but I'll tell you the purpose what this is for. And it has created two files, and another important update is it has actually added that into the restaurant module as well. So if I go and check this out, so inside this restaurant module, it has it already had this module annotation, but inside that it added that controller class that we have just created. So now one last step that we need is since we already have the restaurant controller restaurant module, we need the service as well. So let's go again and do the similar command, but this time let me write service in here. So nest G for generate service, and the name of the service should be restaurant as well. So it will again perform two steps. One, to create that service with the name restaurant.service.ts. Again, it will create the test file with it, and it will add an entry to the restaurant module. Once again, if I go back to see, I'll delete this test file once again, and it has created a service file for me. And that service file is again a class with another annotation which is injectable. We'll talk about what is injectable, and it has actually updated or added an entry of this into the module.ts. So if we go and talk about the restaurant module, it has actually added the restaurant service in the provider section of the module annotation. So that's the step of actually creating a module and then creating service file as well as controller file. So whenever we will create any module inside the NestJS, we will create the service file as well as the controller file inside the module. So this should be the content of each module that we create. We can also create other folders, like we can create a new folder for creating a schema, and we can have the helper functions as well. So we can write the DTOs as well. So we'll talk about all this stuff, in fact, in upcoming lectures. But this is the simplest module that looks like simplest custom module that we have built actually, and we have registered that module inside the root app module. So that's how actually we work with the controllers, modules, and services.